Make sure to like and subscribe right now. Yes, do it.
Hello, this is Ronnie from MathX, and today we're going to be solving an AIME number 2 from the 2024 AIME problem set. Now, this problem at first glance looks kind of tough because we're kind of utilizing some advanced concepts here, such as logarithms. But if you really break down the essence of it, it only goes very elementary into logarithmic problems. But anyways, without further ado, let's get started. There exist real numbers x and y both greater than 1, such that log x of y to the x equals log y of x to the 4y equals 10. Find xy. Now, one thing we can kind of notice here is that we have two different equations here. One where log x of y to the x is going to be equal to 10, and one where log y of x to the 4y is also equal to 10. So one thing we can do here is just set these up in a way where we just have them marked out. So let's just first have these equations kind of signified separately. There we have that one. And we have that one. And what we can do here is that we'll just write them equal to 10. And let's just put that up so it looks a bit more, right? Yeah. Now, next thing that we can really do in this one is to kind of get rid of those nasty exponents, because it's kind of confusing on how we can really do it here. But in order to do that, we kind of have to notice a way to simplify it down further. So one thing we can notice is that for the log x to the y to the x, it'd be the same thing as x times log x to the y. Because every time it'd be log x to the y, if it's going to keep multiplying itself like that, it'd be the same thing as just doing x times log to the x to the y. So let's simplify that down, and it'd also be equal to the same number there as 10. So let's just write that equation out. So we have x times log, then to the x of then y. And we'll just separate that in brackets here so it's a little bit more easier to understand. Now, the next thing we can do is we have to just do basically the same thing for the second equation here. So, but instead of having x, it'd be 4y. So let's just write 4y here and then swap out these y and x values. Alright, this is what we can kind of simplify the equation to, and where we don't have those nasty exponents. Okay, so now the next thing we can kind of notice here is this log x of y and this log y of x. Now, if you have studied logarithms before, you'll notice a very easy property that we can be utilizing here, and where when we multiply these two, it will be equal to 1, and that way we'll have 4xy separated on its own, which will be coming in handy when we have to find xy. But anyways, let's just multiply these equations together and see what we get. Well, we don't really need to actually multiply them. As long as we have this 4y times x here, that's basically what the equation will be equaling to, because log x of y then times log y of x will equal to 1. So we'll just write that as a formality actually. and I'll just expand it so it's a bit more coherent. And since each of them were equal to 10 before, this one will be equal to here 100. Now, the final thing we can do here, since this is equal to 4xy, if we just divide 4 by both sides, we'll get xy is equal to 25, which gives us the value for what it should be to solve this problem. And as you can see here, we have solved it. And we essentially only had used 3 lines of this problem to solve it, showing how easy it is to solve this. But anyways, as you can see, we have solved the problem, meaning we are now officially finished.